I'm 1697. Today I'm going to be showing you in this episode of Dreamweaver website building how to create a website layout. So this is the layout where we have our two sides of our border of our website just completely blank, and it has like this streamlined look down the middle with a header part, main paragraph part and a footer part, as well as it being like this where as we move it, it automatically adjusts to be always in the center of our window. So that's what we're going to be doing today in this episode. So the first thing we're going to create is called the container. So that was the bit here, as you can see, where the header, paragraph and the footer all fit in, which was these sides all enclosed inside, and that's the also thing that affects this being central all the time. So that's what we're going to be creating first. So what we're going to do is come over to Dreamweaver, go to CSS styles up here, and down below you should see like a page with black plus. Just click that, and then it says select a type, click class, and when we put enter a name in the top one, you want to change that and type container, and it should automatically put a description, and then click OK. And as you can see, it creates a .container CSS rule over here. And now what we want to do first is go down to box, and this is like the shape of this box that holds all that information, and what we want the width to be is 960, which is quite a nice width for the page. Click apply, and then the thing that made this automatically adjust to center was this margin thing. It says here same margin, it's the same for all, take that off, and then top leave that blank, bottom leave that blank, and then right and left we want to put those to auto. Click apply, and then click OK, and now that's our container tag. The next thing I'm going to create is the header box, so that's where the header will go at the top. So what we're going to do is going to again click that page with a plus, leave it on class again, and type header. Click OK, and now we're not going to put any information to this because in a later episode where we put the header image in, that will automatically adjust the size of it, so we don't need to touch that. But that's basically your header. Now we're going to do the same thing but for content. So that's the main bit where this information will go. So we're going to click that plus page again, class, and type content. Click OK. And now what we're going to do is go down to box, and for padding we're going to put 10. So this is where the font will be won't be right against the side of this thing, but we'll have like 10 pixels in, so it looks quite nice. So click apply, click OK, and that's your content tag. Last one we're going to define is our footer. So that's the bit at the bottom where we put like copyright and stuff. So we're going to type into the class, again class, and type into the name, sorry, footer. Click OK. And now one thing we want to do is going to change the padding to 1. Now the reason why I put it as 1 is just so the content, we don't want the copyright to be right against the side of it. We want a bit of leeway going inside. So we click apply on that, click OK, and that's basically all our main tags defined. Now we're actually going to input these tags, as we call them, as we created, these div tags as they're known, into our content. And the easiest way to do this is in the code tab. So it might seem complicated, but it pretty much is easy. So we want to go and find the body bit, so it should be below the head and all these styles that we've created, so the header and the container and stuff. And basically after the body and before the first text you put in, click enter and put bracket div class, click enter or double click class, and it gives us a list of our classes. And the first thing we want to do is container. So we double click container, close that, and now what we want to do is to go to the very end, so just after our information but before the end body tag, and click bracket slash, and that's ended our container tag. And now inside the container tag, the first thing we want to put in obviously is the header. So we do div again, class, enter, find header, and close that. And then we want to reclose that because we're not going to put anything in there just yet. And then after this, we want to put the div class, content, bracket on there, and then after that information, we want to close that again. And then the very last one we want to do is div class footer, and then we're going to end that as well because we're not going to put information in that just yet. And as you can see, it's formatted, so we can see our things all our information put inside this box. We've got our header box, we'll be filling in future episodes, and we've got our footer one, which we'll do in a second. And if we click this Earth here and click preview in your internet they've got here, so I've got Chrome, open that. Just wait for it to load. It should load in 1 second. And yeah, so it's loading. And what we'll see is the information is in its box, but we don't actually see the box, so this jagged line we won't actually see. And to test that the center alignment works, we're just going to drag this about. And it does work, so you see the text automatically centers itself to the window until it gets to a point where it can't actually center itself anymore, and it just stays where it is. So now we know all our dig tasks work and all the information that we put into it actually works. The last thing we're going to do, which isn't actually to do with the website layout, is actually put in the information of our footer. So what usually we put here is first go into code, find the div class footer and the end one that goes with it, and to put a space in between it. And now we want to put copyright, so the copyright logo. So I found it in character map, select it, copy it, paste that in, copyright, and now we want to type in before this we want to put a paragraph tab, just so it affects it's like written out properly. So we put copyright and then 2012 and then our name, so SeekStar97, end paragraph tag, and if we go into here we can see the things the copyright's worked and the name's put in, and it's a paragraph so it follows the font and stuff. If we go into preview in Chrome, yes to save, and as you see we've got our footer here, which is distinguished from the others because it's slightly more out and it's at the very bottom obviously. Thanks for watching yet another episode of Dreamweaver website built by me. If you liked it, then like it. If you've got any more questions, put that in the comment section below. And if you want a live feed on your main YouTube page of the new episodes and when they're up, which should be every 3 or 4 days, or 5, I'm not sure right now, then subscribe to my channel, because that's what will happen, and it helps me a lot if you subscribe, so then I've got some support and some more fans, so it gives me more reason to carry on with these tutorials. And yeah, thanks for watching.